Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic one out there today. Listen, I'm excited about this request. We're listening to a little Keiko Matsui. Listen, I'm mildly, somewhat familiar with her music. Not too much, but just a little bit. But we're going to be listening to this track, The Wind and the Wolf. This is coming off of her third studio album, No Borders, released in 1990. We're listening to this because this was suggested and sponsored by Michael Gray. Michael, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for the support as well. Listen, I've had her album, The Piano, for a very long time. I'm trying to see like when I first had bought it. It was probably around like, I don't know, 2010 or something like that. I don't know, somewhere in that. Actually, I'm looking at it right now because I can pull it up on my RYM. I can tell you right now how much or when I got it. January 5th, 2009. That's when I had gotten her album, The Piano. And I really enjoyed her playing. I really enjoyed her the way that she performed. And in case you can't tell, she plays the piano. And I have her track "Whisper from the Mirror" on my personal playlist. It's one of my favorite songs ever. Ever? Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs. I really enjoy that one. So before we listen to this song, that's my recommendation to you. Go listen to a little bit "Whisper from the Mirror" off of her album, The Piano. Here's a snippet of it. I'm going to skip a little bit. Go listen to the rest for yourself. It's because today, The Wind and the Wolf. Here we go. God, I love her sound so much. That Japanese flute sound. I love her music. Building in this drumming there. Like a storm. Nice time signature there. I need to listen to some more from her. That is, I'm adding that to my playlist right now. That goes right into the playlist. Yes, this just makes me happy. There's nothing. If I had to keep things simple here, not talk about the music too much, and just leave it on the table, this just makes me happy. And we could end it right there. Okay, but maybe not completely end it right there. I love this. And I'm just talking to myself, but you guys can listen in. I'm trying to think about like, what is it about this type of music from her specifically that really captures my attention? And besides just the phenomenal playing and, the sound of it and, the way it's put together and progresses, there's a special place in my heart. Hear me out. When it comes to Disney. Okay, so like, growing up in Orlando and stuff, Disney is obviously the thing here. And, the natives here, the locals, it's there. We go there every once in a while, but it's not like our thing. Okay, I didn't really go to Disney and enjoy it until I was a teenager and like young adulthood. And like there's a particular park called Epcot. And Epcot is like, basically have little slices of different countries from around the world. And, they kind of, one section's, I don't know, the UK, one section's Mexico. And they'll, of course, incorporate the culture in there. They'll build certain things. It's really an awesome place. And Japan is where I always spent most of my time. I haven't been to Epcot in a long time, but Japan is just so cool. Like, I mean, it's probably one of the countries that they have there that they go like all out for. Like they do everything. There's what's the name of the drums? Taiko drum performances. There's a remake, I guess you could say, a replication of like one of the castles. Huge shop there. Like it's just incredible. Okay, the point I'm getting to, I'm taking a long time to get there, but the point I'm getting to, in the Japan location, they sell a lot of different albums of music like this that is kind of dramatic, but very pointedly focused on the culture. And bringing it all back here to Keiko Matsui and the playing here, I love how this piece, just like a lot of the music I've heard from her, captures a certain theatricality. There's a drama to it. There's a buildup. You cannot deny in this track that there is that. There is a strong element of that forward from the very beginning, before even she really gets to start playing. It's building the scene. It's setting the plot, and it does so wonderfully. You have the Japanese flute, which I always say is shakuchi, but shakuhachi. On this particular track, performed by, I gotta pull it up here. I'm looking on Discogs really quick. Katsu Matsui. Is that her husband, her brother, someone related? I would assume possibly to her. Fantastic. I'm seeing it right now, her wife or her husband. Okay, I love that. I love the sound of it. I love the way it blows. I like how it calls out into the ether, into the ambience of the track, and then it starts to build up from there. Can you know who else is on here? You have Vince I can never pronounce his last name. Colaiuta. Vince Colaiuta. Where do we know him from? A lot of places, but Frank Zappa. His drums. You can immediately get that progressive touch in there. Because especially when he starts playing, like really getting into the groove, he starts off in a weird ton of time signature. First, he holds back the snare an extra measure, and then he gallops up and pushes it forward an extra measure. So I love how that throws us off our toes in this wonderful ambience that the whole track is performing. The synth in here is performed by Derek Nakamoto. What I really enjoy is if you listen to his synth, it's not like he's coming off and doing a lot of solos. No, leave that to Keiko. He's putting down a lot of padding, a lot of atmosphere on those synths, and not in a way that comes across in a plasticky kind of dated way, but in a way that comes across extremely natural and organic into the nature of this track. You know who else is on this track? Leland Sklar on the bass. And I love how it's just a stately artistic groove, because on top of all of them playing around is Keiko Matsui. And when she comes in, it's like a storm. It's like the thunderhead, the clouds just break way into a beautiful, beautiful rain. There's a power behind it, but man, is it gorgeous. And it's just sheets of water cascading down to us on the earth. Nourishing, but also just like massive. And I think that the way she performs in here is lovely to listen to. There's an intensity that she brings that is both elegant and not chaotic, but just dramatic. She's like a ballet dancer when it comes to the keys, in the way that she brings some heaviness to it, but also something a little bit more vulnerable. The emotion is clearly expressed in this track. Let me pull up to the middle section. Elegance, no doubt about it, right? But you get to some of those moments here, man, and you just build up into something majestic. There seems to be some little bits of vocals there, which I see is Phil Perry, perhaps in here, and you can barely hear them in there. It's kind of like Pat Metheny group. You would hear some like just little soft vocals in there, but this builds up into a storm. And it has that swing to it. It has that ba 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 da da. Like it has that swing that's just like hammer or like giant steps. And I ain't talking Coltrane on top of the music. I think that is sensational. I think that this is a fantastic piece of music. It makes me want to listen to some more Keiko Matsui, if I'm being honest. Like this is refreshing to me. This is just a really, really fantastic time and a wonderful performance. This makes me want to listen to some more from her. Man, it's been a long time since I've visited her. That's fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. I would love to know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. Let me know. Michael, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the support as well. Fantastic listen. That was just a fantastic listen. It's good. It's really good. Hopefully my whole Disney story leading up to it made sense. Because the point was, like, I think that partly I was kind of introduced to this type of music from there. And it had drama, it had theater, and it had fantastic performances. Like, that's where I'm getting to. You know, like a world-class performance and stuff. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. I love this. I can't wait till, not tonight, but like on my own time, maybe in a few days, I'm going to listen to this, man. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.